Alright everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Driver Career Mode with Alpine. This is episode number 54 today for the Austrian Grand Prix of Season 4. If you missed the previous episode at Canada, that was uploaded on Monday, you can of course go and check that one out, but of course that did have a spoiler alert, a bit of a horror ending there, yes, with running out of fuel. We had a bit of front wing damage as well. We're now down to 7th, our teammate up to P5 after he got his maiden podium. Now, yeah, rain in qualifying and possibly in the sprint as well. We don't get a forecast in the sprint weekends, unfortunately, but it's the first sprint of the season, so yes, we'll have to wait and see what we can do. But R&D wise, we are a lot closer now to Ferrari. Not really looking to bring any upgrades, but of course we've got a series of races now up until like Belgium that are all close together, so the next 4 episodes are quite close together in the calendar before that break to Monza, excuse me, as well. Aston Martin fastest on paper, but of course we know that McLaren seem to have the edge, even with Red Bull were fastest as well. We'll have to wait and see where everyone else fitches. But first to qualifying, and it's really about survival because it is pouring. In Britain we have the saying, excuse me, raining cats and dogs, and it's chucking it out there. It's not wet enough for those with 4 wets. We are on intermediates, and yeah, you can see we've done 7 laps previously as well, all 7 were on our one set of tyres. We are P3, so this could be interesting. The rain, you know, always throws up a suspicious order that we've got, you know, Ferrari are up here. You know, Ferrari haven't really had the best of chances. Porsche's still ahead of me as well. We've not actually had a good first sector. It's a red first sector. We're only just looking to improve now here at turn 4. But now look at that. A bit exit. We gained a 10th there at turn 4, and now it's about the middle sector. Where will we be compared to everyone else? Some of the drivers, by the way, haven't come out. I'm fearing it was going to be, the rain was getting heavier apparently through the session, but you know, we're still going faster. Still managed to find time on this brand new set of intermediates as well as we come down through into the final section. Will this be pole for the sprint? You know, there's only 2 tenths between ourselves and Sainz. I don't know where Sainz is at. I think he's in the pits. And as we come across the line, is that good enough for pole position? Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. A rare pole, and the first for Alpine. Yeah, the first for that Enstone-based team in years, as well as a shocker for Max Verstappen. He starts P10 for the sprint. As well, Albon P6, Piastri P8, Norris did even load a setup. Well, you know, well, it's a bit of a mixed up grid. We'll have to see what we can do from pole position. It's time for the sprint.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint.
So we are down on the grid. Race strategy, of course, it's a sprint race, so we're going to hit Sauce, and there we go. As well, quite a few though. Sainz, Perez and Ocon on mediums. Porsche behind on Sauce. Front lights are out and away we go though. And it's a good start, better than Sainz. As well, our former teammate from season 3. And we have beaten Sainz to the first corner, and we take the lead then of the Austrian Grand Prix sprint as we're on board with Alex Albon. Great start from him. He has a dive round the inside of Théo Pourchaire, and he's up to P3. So Albon is on the move. Up to P4. Excuse me, I should say, because Perez is up in P3. As well, bad start by Pourchaire again. Théo needs to improve his starts. As well, we are now under threat by Carlos Sainz, but yeah, I don't think we have the pace and the dry on this track compared to everyone else. Our engine power isn't the best, and we are able to take that outside line to fend. As that is Albon, he is making quick work now, and he's got past Sergio Perez. Albon on the soft tyres, making that stick. Although saying that, Perez is going to come back at Albon. Perez has DRS there, is able to defend. And this is exactly what we're doing. This third DRS zone, it's becoming problematic for people trying to defend. Although saying that we didn't get DRS at that moment. But then later in the sprint now, Albon is going down the inside at turn 1. Has he got the move done? No, Perez comes back again. And you know, we've gone 5 laps now as well. Again, we're having a go at Sainz. This time we can't cut them back, but we are going to switch it, sort of. We will have that better exit and just look at this. Even well, we've got DRS anyway. You know, even with the Renault deficit power, we are able to get in front of Carlos Sainz just about at turn 4 up and retain the lead for now. But yes, as we're watching behind them, Max Verstappen, he's had a shocker of a start, down to P13 or 14. He's behind one of the AlphaTauris as well. I think that's Drugovic. He's only just ahead of Lando Norris, who had a shocking qualifying as well. And now Albon, surely it must be this time. Perez is on the inside, which means Albon should get the better traction out of turn 3, down to turn 4. And indeed he does. Although saying that, Perez is going to come back at Albon. He has the DRS now, round the outside turn 4. Can Albon keep the position, or will Perez get back in front? Yes, Perez swoops around and gets back in front once again. Great racing between Albon and Perez for P3. Porsche as well. Albon now round the outside turn 1 and finally gets past Sergio Perez. We've still got Carlos Sainz with us. Sainz, there's contact between myself and Sainz. What on earth happened there, Carlos? I think he locked up. As well as a replay on board with Sainz. Yeah, right, we're doing our usual thing, and he just locked up on that front right. Yeah, I mean, it's a racing incident, but there we go. Yeah, with the lock-up as well. And that's Porsche steaming through. So Teo, as that Sainz is locking up there, Porsche getting past Perez. Perez is now starting to get a bit further down the order. Has Red Bull's tyres gone off again? They've got Sainz having a go at us, but this time Alex Albon has breached that gap. So Albon is now going to be all over Sainz. The McLaren is a much better car than Ferrari. He's going to go right for the outside move at turn 4 with DRS. Can he get in front of Sainz? Yes, he can. And Sainz has been relegated to P3, but that might be P4 because here comes Porsche. He's making up after that poor start and looks like to be making a double Alpine podium in the sprint round the outside. It's an wonderful move. And now, well, Sainz is game over. There's Piastri. Piastri goes round the outside and Piastri's up to P4. And you know, there's Tsunoda as well, and such a shame for Sainz. He had a good start. We are now battling with Albon for the race, the sprint win. Albon needs as many points as possible to be able to catch Piastri, but he looks like he's only going to get 2 as we launch a staunch defence as well. That's Norris having a go at Perez. So even Russell, excuse me, having a go at Perez. Can't quite get the move done though for Russell there as well. But interestingly, here comes Tsunoda on Piastri for P4. So you know, I said that Aston Martin, they had the fastest car on paper, and Tsunoda makes light work of Piastri there. We're going to come home then for a sprint victory. It's pole position for the race. Can we convert this or not? I don't know. Albon was very quick. He was only 3/10 behind. Porsche had some good pace as well. Piastri's struggling a bit, finishing P4. Sorry, down in P5. So yeah, well, you know, it's going to be deja vu, but this time it'll be Albon, not Sainz, the man who we share the front row with. But it's time though for the Grand Prix. It's time for the race, today's Austrian Grand Prix. we are down the grid. The race will be dry. There was, of course, I forgot to mention, that rain never came in the sprint. So, yes. Race strategy is interesting. We are going to go for a one stop, obviously, from soft to medium. You know, medium to soft is slower. It's 2/10. There's a 2/10 deficit here as well between the two. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. 5 red lights then for the Austrian Grand Prix as Porsche's on mediums. And after a bit of hole, away we go. Can we get the better start than Albon? Yes, we can. We're going to sort of defend the middle of the road. Albon then can't get in front, and we keep the lead for now as well. But up at, of course, turn 3 was where Albon had a go, and again, it's already happened. But of course, we have still able to sweep around the outside. No DRS just yet, as well. As we look behind then, Russell against Perez. Russell on the softs, Perez on the mediums, and Russell has it down the inside. So, you know, he couldn't get him in the main race. So they're saying that Perez is able to defend it around the outside there, turn 4, like he frustrated Albon in the sprint. So, yes, as we're watching, that Tsunoda, Porsche is being relegated yet another position, and Porsche is struggling out there. The medium's not working for him, as Piastri then coming through. It's almost 3 wide between Sainz, Porsche and Piastri there. Sainz is able to pull through ahead of Piastri and then Porsche. We got Alex Albon all over the back of us as he tries to go down the inside turn 10. Nothing doing there as well. And then Piastri, well, we knew this was going to happen. Sainz's tyres, I think Sainz might be on a 2-stop anyway. Ocon the 1-stop this week, as well as Albon again as a go at us down at turn 10. We're able to defend that line, but this time Albon is going to rue that not getting past, because here comes Yuki Tsunoda. Having looked down the inside, can Tsunoda get the move done? No, it was so close to a contact there between Tsunoda and Albon, but Tsunoda stays behind for now as Porsche, he is not having a good start. Has fallen behind both Ferraris and Norris now, so he's down in P8 after starting P3. But there is a chance he can get some more positions potentially, because Ocon is having a go at Norris as well. Norris in that Ferrari sandwich now. Yes, but obviously because Ocon couldn't get past, Norris now goes and has a go. It's not Norris, it's Russell again, excuse me, as well. Russell has a go at Sainz. Sainz defends though, but then Russell has the outside turn 3 and he's able to swoop past. So the Ferraris are going backwards, and there's Porsche. So all of a sudden, you know, he's got past Ocon, and now he's got past Sainz as well. We are once again battling with Alex Albon again, going a bit wide here, and we're now going to have to see what the Renault can do against Mercedes powered McLaren. And it seems it's a lot better than the Ferrari that we did. Make a mistake, going to swoop around the outside. Can we get the better traction than Albon? Yes, we can. And that we obtain the lead for now. But obviously, Piastri has been set loose. He is coming at some point as well. 4.8 seconds behind as well. But now we've got to look and defend Albon. This is where he's really strong against me. Down to turn 10, he's got the inside. So we keep it around the outside, just about making it so close to banging tyres there. But we have hit the position. There is a replay then. Albon going down the inside there. Tried to get the position, but we just be able to swoop around the outside and keep the lead for now. And obviously, yeah, Yuki's going to have another go at him. Here comes Tsunoda then. Trying to have a go once again down the inside, but again there is a bit of contact between Tsunoda and Albon this time. A bit of tyre banging there, but nothing, no damage hopefully there. And we're watching, well, Piastri has got some sort of issue, and he's all now Russell. I don't know if Russell's tyres have gone off, but yeah, it's not looking good for Russell or Piastri, and Porsche could get them both here, and it's exactly what Teo is going to do. Russell has a go down the inside. Porsche goes round the outside. It's 3 wide between the two. Porsche gets a fantastic exit once the camera finally cuts through the grass, and Porsche is going to cut in front of Piastri there and take P4 away. Meanwhile, a long way behind, for goodness sake, Zhou has made contact at turn 10, and they said this corner was fixed, and once again it clearly isn't, as the Alpha was coming into the pits. Zhou just slammed into the back of him, and that's going to bring out a safety car. So yeah, I think we're all going to come in. You know, Porsche will have to switch to hards, I think. We're going to come in for mediums, which should take us to the end of the race as well. I don't think softs can get from here to the end of the race for Porsche. They're saying that. Where is Porsche? He's continued on. That's a shocker for Alpine. Why have you not brought both of us in? There's plenty of time on Piastri there, who has got that issue. McLaren are double stacked as well. But yeah, Porsche then does have the lead of this Grand Prix, but he is going to lose so many. He's pretty much at the back already as well, especially when he makes his pit stop. The only advantage is we'll try and bring him with us. Something to watch on the restart though could be Esteban Ocon. He's on soft tyres, as Ferrari with their harsh tyre wear converted him to a 2-stop now. So well, interesting to see how he gets on in this next phase of the race. Can he make some positions up? We'll have to wait and see. The safety car comes in, but Porsche follows him in, and I could have just slowed them up, but there's just no point. He's good. No matter how slow I go, Porsche is going to end up, and I've got to think about trying to get in front of Albon. Albon is a serious threat. You know, he didn't have such a good at the end as the stint. You know, we were dropping him at the end when he tried that position. But yeah, first up for Esti Besti though is to get past Oscar Piastri down the inside turn 10, and that's how you do it, Alex Albon as well. And Ocon is up to P5 as well. We're looking now at Russell. He's having to go at Sonoda for P3, but Russell unable to get the position there. And Russell's coming under huge threat then from Esteban Ocon now on the soft tyres, but Ocon will have the inside, and we're watching Lando Norris, a double dive bomb, trying to get past Piastri. You can see that Piastri's got half his front end plate missing, like I did in Canada, which is causing him issues, and the game just doesn't, although it's damaged, it doesn't come up on the heads-up display. And that's Russell going slowly. So for the second time in a row, George Russell, the man who won in Spain, has a miserable time, back-to-back DNS, and that is De Vries past Piastri, I think. Yes, De Vries. Nick De Vries is having a great start, though Piastri is going to come back at De Vries. Norris is up to P5 now as well. Teo Porsche sets the fastest lap from last place. Alex Albon having a go at us as well on lap 19. So he's still there, still a threat, but we're able to really keep Albon behind. He needs to be patient, really. And that is Drugovich having a go at Perez. Verstappen's not too far behind. Of course, Verstappen had that grid penalty that started from last. But Perez is able to keep in front for now. Porsche, sorry, not Porsche, or Drugovich, excuse me. But obviously, the Red Bull will not be happy that Alpha Tauri are undergoing them. Albon has a go at us at turn 1. And that's going to allow Sonoda to have a go at Albon for P2. Can he make this move? No. Albon ran the outside and should now have the better exit. Both of them have got DRS still, but obviously this fighting is going to allow me to break away, and Albon is able to keep P2 for now. Sonoda frustrated behind, and obviously Ocon looking to capitalise, or saying that Ocon's tyres are starting to go off now, and that is Lando Norris in the distance having a go at Esti Besti. Although saying that, Ocon keeps the position around the outside, but now of course Norris will have DRS round the outside at turn 3, and it's a comfortable textbook move on how to overtake at turn 3 for Lando Norris as well. We are still under threat from Albon and Sonoda. Norris as well. Ocon's tyres have gone off and he's dropped down back to back now. It's a bit deep here. Oh no!
Cannot be serious!
Safety car came out the wrong moment there, as it's Logan Sargent. Our teammate Taya Pourchaire was coming in to make his stop, and Sargent just slams into the back of him. So that corner has caused 2 safety cars in this race. Yeah, that really does need to be fixed by Codemasters. But anyway, we are going to gamble. I think we can come into the pits then. Albon has the lead, but de facto we were going to, you know, overtake him with DRS down the next straight. But it's frustrating there, but we'll have to wait and see. Ocon's in as well. He's going to be on soft tyres. Where will we come out? De Vries is up to P4. I think this is going to be P5. It is going to be P5. That is fantastic. I thought we were going to be like P9, P10, you know, and a few more overtakes. But P5, we've got 4 people in front of us from potential first win for Alpine. As well, I don't know how many wins that would be overall, but Albon will have the lead though. This is the time to see if he can break away from Tsunoda as well. 2 Asses in the top 4. Shout out to Lance Stroll. He's in P8 with the 2 Alphas in P9 and P10. Drogovic is also there as well. Can one of the little teams get a point today? A rare point as well, as the safety car comes in. 9-lap sprint to the end of this race. We can't get De Vries off the start though, but we are going to have a good run out of turn 3. It's a dive bomb down at turn 3 on De Vries, and we're up to P4 as well. And it's a slow exit out of turn 3 for Norris, but you can see, you know, that good at Mercedes engine probably using a bit of battery there for Norris. But down the inside though of turn 4 and up and back onto the podium already. So this is a good call. Everyone else is on worn or wornish medium tyres as well. We're able to just pounce and get up and back on the podium. We're now going to pounce on Tsunoda. Tsunoda was hoping that De Vries would have been able to defend a bit more. Unfortunately for Yuki, we're just going to blast past a comfortable move. Tsunoda doesn't even fight that move. He knows his battle is potentially with Norris, and Norris is going to blast past. We're going to try and take the lead away then. This is the last overtake we need. Albon has damage on that front left end plate. I just noticed as well. I think that was from Tsunoda. He's battling with Tsunoda, but we have the lead then comfortably, and that's Norris down the inside of Tsunoda. De Vries isn't too far behind as well. Excuse me. But Norris unable to get past. But now Norris has to go around the outside at turn 4. Can he get this move done on Tsunoda? This would be the inside for turn 5. Or will Tsunoda be able to carry on? No, Norris is past as well. And meanwhile, Ocon, he's featured a lot. He's having a very interesting race, but he's now starting to be frustrated as he runs out of room and able to try and catch up to you know, the Red Bull of Sergio Perez. That is probably the cost of Ferrari's lack of upgrades. And meanwhile, Oscar Piastri, he is on the verge of some points here, as well as Pourchaire. So both of those made a second stop as well. And there's De Vries on down the inside of his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. De Vries has very rarely finished in front of Tsunoda in this career mode as well. But this could be a good result for De Vries, and also for Lando Norris round the outside of Albon then, who has that damage on that front left end plate, and Norris is comfortably up to second P2 then, as that is Pourchaire. He had further to come than Piastri did as well, and obviously Pourchaire swoops through and takes the position away from Piastri. Stroll is still up the road. Meanwhile, it's the 2 Aston Martins having a go. De Vries, can he get the move down the inside then at turn 5 for the Dutchman against his teammate as well? There's almost tyre banging as well, and I think De Vries has got the position, and they're swapping left, right and centre as we come across the line to win the Austrian Grand Prix. Fantastic result. I will, you know, after the disappointments we've had this season, Alpine, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and on the top step once again.
Well, they are celebrating in Spielberg, a deserving winner of the Austrian Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
Yes, get in. First race win of the season. That is exactly what our season needed, you know. After, well, we got P2 at Imola, of course, which was a lucky P2. Today, although we didn't have the overall pace, you know, we had good race strategy and obviously racecraft and race strategy. That 2-stop, that was a very good call for me, you know. We didn't really know what Albon were disappointed. They got that damage with Tsunoda, can only manage P3. He needs to be winning these races really, but maybe McLaren have taken a step backwards slightly compared to everyone else. You know, we were the soft tyres at the end had way more on those 1-stoppers. Ocon did manage to get P7. Piastri and Porsche. Piastri got back in front of Porsche in the end, sadly in the final lap. Stroll picked up the final point. Sadly, no points for Alfa Romeo nor Drogovic as well. So, yes, it's not the end of the world. It's 2 points for Drogovic as well. Sainz had to make a 3rd stop in the end, so not so good for him. He finished in P15. Perez down in 16th. Not a great day there for either of those 2 teams. So Piastri is a 21-point lead over Albon, so he doesn't really need to worry yet. We move up to P3 though, so I don't want to say we're in the championship fight because I don't think we are, but we could be. You never know. I've seen we've come back from gaps like this before, and you never know. It all depends on what McLaren do in terms of their upgrades. In terms of the constructors, we move up to P2, which is good. Ahead of Mercedes, especially, you know, Russell's DNF'd in the past 2 races, although Norris was was 2nd today. That Mercedes against Alpine, I think, could be an interesting battle. Throw in the likes of Tsunoda, maybe the Ferraris if they can sort their tyre wear up. Apparently they've got some upgrades coming on that for the Italian Grand Prix as well. Red Bull, I mean, Verstappen, he's having a quiet season. 6th, 5th, 6th, 5th. So at some point, surely he's got to finish higher than that. Yeah. De Vries as well had a good race today. We don't know, you know, also Alfa Romeo. They had a good start to the season, but then have sort of tailed off in recent races. So, yeah, this season isn't over. We got to try and find out where this car is quickest, you know, on tracks that are going to suit this car. And I kind of think that someone like Silverstone, where the DRS straights aren't so big, it's probably going to benefit us more than, let's say, Monza. But of course, the engine will be a big focus from us. We have an ultimate engine upgrade, I think, purchased on the way. ERS as well will be something we're going to look at, probably in Monday's British Grand Prix episode as well. And then obviously we're looking at France, Belgium, both of those. But France can be a quick track, although you don't see much overtaking there. Belgium and Italy will be crucial to get some engine upgrades ready for those tracks as well. All of those races though are to come. Though if you have enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel and you see plenty more F1 23 driver recruitment videos as when they come out. If you have remained round to the end, then I'd just like to say thank you for hanging around. I know it's appreciated. It's a lot longer than the normal career mode videos, but there was just that much action here at Austria. Probably have back to normal service when we don't have the sprint included as well next week. So until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day and goodbye.